Hello. So when I was doing some tests earlier with Somna and her synergy heroes, I noticed in the combat training that there is a new war flag. I was like, hey, wait a minute, there's an extra war flag here. It's called War Flag of Steel Storm. Says physical damage dealt by a skill to several opponents at once is increased by 12% each. Inserted red pattern increases damage by 3%. So this is physical damage skills that do AE damage. Physical damage skills that do AE damage at once. So I assume this would be like, say, Isaac's ult would count here. And each bonus, so you could get up to 21% even if you have like a bunch of red patterns. So like, let's say you set this up with a bunch of like attack patterns. So let's say we did attack. We did this one. And then guess you don't have another one, do we? Okay, so do like the penetration pattern. So like we just set this up here, and then you have like your red patterns increase physical for the entire team. Okay. Let's see. So 7%. So you have the 14% and the 7% plus the 12% penetration, and then an extra 21% for physical damage by AE damage skills. So I assume I could be like Isaac's ult would count. Yeah, I really like that. I'll have to see, look at my war flags, maybe see if it's in there. I assume that the new island for the Somna event will have the new war, like a war flag chest or something that lets you claim the new flag. That's what I'm gonna guess. They're gonna die before we get an ult with Isaac here. Let's try a different fight. Isaac did not get to do damage there. They all died too fast. Alright, let's try this one. Alright, let's see. Alright, well done, Isaac died. Alright, this is not working out. Like, who else has, like, aid damage on physical attacks? Like, that does multiples. Like, her ult, right? Does all enemies receive, so this would be for... This would work for her, so a steady shot would work for that one, so Lara Croft gets stronger. Here, this could potentially be this one. It says skills, so not like your basic attacks or anything that can do hit multiple hits. See enemy front line, so this could be do that. This hits multiples at the same to this count thing, since it's a different hit for each hit, damage it deals. Because it hits multiple enemies, but it's not like the same hit. You know, so I'm not sure if this counts as like, if it counts as separate or not. If I, like I said, I assume it works, but a few things I'm not sure about. Like I'd say theme with like Dante, he throws 4 separate spears. Would it count for that since it's multiple spears, even though it's one ability that hits multiple enemies? That would be something I wouldn't be sure, was not sure about. Talked about Isaac, high voltage mode. Nearest enemy. She's all single target. Yeah, like her ult hits 2 targets. Would that count? Like her ult hits multiple targets. Her ult hits multiple targets. I assume it's gonna count on all that. Yeah, Lara Croft though is probably the one that benefits most. Guess technically Soul Reaper. No, probably not her. Really. I guess this could potentially hit multiples, but they're separate. They're like separate hits, so that's one of the things. Is it like that? Yeah, but Lara Croft might be like one of the best to benefit from this. So let's try Lara Croft here. So let's try this, guys. Let's try this. Oh, that was a pretty good hit, yeah. Yeah, so Lara Croft. Be really great with the Lara Croft team, guys. It's a good thing Lara Croft's not like a top 5 hero or anything. Alright, that worked pretty well. Let's see how much damage Lara Croft did. Okay, Isaac did some damage, he did as well. Yeah, so... yeah, potentially pretty good. Let's try it on this one. Yeah, for the heroes who have like 80 damage attacks, like I said, it should be pretty good. I'm like less sure about the ones that are like individual hits, like something like Dante and stuff. I'm less sure on how well it would work with them, but yeah, it's gonna be hard to really test this until I have an actual proper war flag, because we have to do the max power testing on the thing. So this will be easy. We'll have to revisit when I can actually get the war flag. We'll definitely have to revisit. But this is a first look at the new war flag. Okay, well that's... I think Drew's definitely better than Lara Croft against that line. Yeah, Isaac did quite a bit. Yeah, so I think that is how that works. Oh yeah, here it is. Actually, we can look at this here. When an allied hero deals physical damage to multiple enemies with a single ability. Multiple enemies with a single ability. That's what I mean. It's a single ability. All affected enemies take extra energy equal to 12%, up to 21% if you have 3 red patterns. Arena and Guild Wars make your hero's team stronger. Observe various patterns. Your banner's free slots give the hero team additional buffs. You can't apply more than one pattern of each type. So, War Flag of Steel Storm. Yeah, I assume this will be up here because we have a new island that's coming here with a thing. Doesn't show it could be, I guess it could be next month's island. Or there's like another war flag chest. It might just be for next month's island. It might be just be for August. It might be for August, guys. Cause I just, yeah, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. But yeah, like we have a new war flag coming, and it looks like it could potentially be really good on certain teams. Like I'll have to revisit it after I actually acquire it, so I can do a bit more deep dive on the testing, and like so test it with like against a wider variety. It'll just be easier to test if I actually have it. You know what I mean? Because then I could test with current power against like like arena or whatever and try it that way, and then we can test like I said. It'll just be easier to test it that way. But yeah, not too much more to say on this one. A while back, I did a whole video where I ranked like all the different war flags. I said if you want to see that video, I'll have it linked down below. As always, thank you for watching.